Previously on the BodPod.
It's so crazy being a girl that looks different and you don't get that attention to start getting it a little bit.
Yeah.
I just lost myself in it. And it ended up being like a very abusive relationship. It wasn't good for me at all. And it was just really hard on me. But I feel like it started the change that I needed to grow into the person I wanted to be.
Yeah.
I feel like that he had a lot of comments on my body and my appearance and all of these things. And it just really pushed me to my breaking point. And after that kind of kickstarted my eating disorder, which was really hard on me. That lasted for probably my like junior and senior year of college. And you're really getting my whole life story right now. I feel like I hit rock bottom my senior year of college, where I was just like, I was at ground zero. I hated myself. I hated the way I looked. My body dysmorphia was insane. I feel like before I ever experienced it, I would hear what body dysmorphia was and I just didn't understand. I'm like, there's no better picture proof than a mirror, than being able to look in a mirror and see what you look like. But once you experience looking in a mirror and seeing like, I used to tell my friends I would pay someone $1 million right now to tell me what I looked like, to just tell me what I looked like. Cause I had no clue. I was hyper fixate on so many things and I just couldn't enjoy my life. I couldn't do anything anymore. I couldn't go to dinner with my friends. I couldn't go to a party. I couldn't even just sit in my own thoughts. It was just constant. And I have the most amazing friends in the entire world. And I always say I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for them. Like on my 21st birthday, they said, we know you're sick and we are not leaving you. We're not going anywhere. We made you a therapy appointment. If you want to go, you can go. We will take you. We'll stay there with you. If you don't want to go, you don't have to, but just know we're going to be here for you throughout this journey. And I went that day and I never looked back. It was the hardest thing I've ever been through ever, but I truly think like the universe made me go through all of this so I would have understanding and be able to truly love myself. So I don't recommend going to ground zero and hitting rock bottom, but I got to build myself up and become the person I wanted to be because I literally had a blank slate. I was like, fuck it. Like I can do and be anything now because I have nothing to lose anymore. After that, pandemic hit, came back home, and that's when the really big second wave of Black Lives Matter started.
Yeah.
And I feel like I was back home with my family and I really got to be a part of that and express that, go to protests and really dive into that.
Yeah.
I started taking care of my hair. I started getting protective styles. I started really like leaning into the person I always wanted to be, but was scared of being. And then I just started realizing like I was glowing, like literally glowing, like I was gaining weight again. I was healthy, like everything started working out for me. And I just could tell the universe was rewarding me for the work I was doing on myself. It was so hard. Therapy, hard conversations, fighting with my family, all of these things, trying to get better during a pandemic. Like it was just too much.
Yeah.
But a little bit more time went on, the pandemic started getting a little bit better. And my friends and I were like, rent is dirt cheap right now. Let's move in together in LA. Let's get a house. So that's what we did. We found a house. My rent was like $1,000 a month. It was crazy. 10-minute walk from the beach. It was just the craziest setup ever.
Yeah.
So we did that. And I was there and that was like TikTok was taking off and there was nothing to do. I started realizing people valued my opinion and I could just say the things that I love and I could just talk about it. It was so fun. And then my friend, her friends had started a clothing line in LA and they needed people that were in LA, vaccinated, all the things, and could take a couple photos in the clothes. I had never done anything like it. And so I got a call. The clothing line is called Oddly Clothing. I don't know if you've seen them on TikTok before, but they're really great. They use like recycled, thrown away fabrics and stuff. So you guys should support them. I went and did a photo shoot with them. And the whole time everyone was like, oh my God, you're so good. These photos are amazing. And I just thought they were being nice. Like I thought, but I realized I'm like, you're not saying this to everybody. You're kind of just saying this to me. And then the photos came out and a huge article got written about it. And the only photos they used were mine. And it was crazy. And so I started seeing my photos in these articles about their clothing line. And I was like, oh my God, like, maybe I could do this. And then I remember I went to Melrose Trading Post like a couple weeks later. I just was like missed human interaction. I'm talking to everybody I could, like 10 feet apart with my mask on. And she was like, one girl that owned a clothing line, she was talking about it. She said, you're so beautiful. Do you model? And I was like, no, but I would. And so then I went and shot with her for her clothing line. And so it just started becoming like a collaborative space for me, but it started just building my confidence up too, because now I was like enjoying how I looked. Like now I get to feel beautiful and really take photos of myself. Like I never did that before. I would always go to the back of the group in a group photo, like all of those things. Like I did not want to be seen or the center of attention. And I remember I made a video on TikTok and I was like, today is the day that I say I am done being the supporting character. I'm done.
Thanks for watching the BodPod, the podcast where everybody is welcome.